Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Alan, and I'm from the United States, specifically from New York, and welcome to my channel, Brasilicas. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you some words and expressions that are used in one of my favorite holiday movies of all time, Hocus Pocus. The movie is about three 17th century witches who come back from the dead on Halloween night in the year 1993 with the intention of sucking the lives out of all the children of Salem in order to live forever. As you can imagine, the movie features a lot of vocabulary dealing with Halloween, the month of October, and the fall season in general. So today, let's learn English through movies, Hocus Pocus. When the movie first starts, we see a witch luring a young girl into the woods. To lure means to use some form of persuasion to make someone go somewhere or do something you want. In this case, the witch is using a spell to make the young girl follow her. A spell is a set of words that is used to create some magical effect. The witch brings the girl to a house where we meet the Sanderson sisters, Winnie, Mary, and Sarah. They are brewing a potion which will allow them to suck the life out of the little girl to become younger. To brew means to prepare a drinkable liquid by means of fermentation, infusion, or by boiling. Common beverages that are brewed include coffee and beer. In this case, the witches are brewing a potion. A potion is a magical liquid that you drink, which can cause either healing or harmful effects. The potion is being brewed in a cauldron. A cauldron is a big, black metal pot where witches and wizards prepare their potions. After the witches suck the life out of the little girl, they transform her brother, Thackeray Binks, into an immortal cat. The Salem townsfolk then come to the house with pitchforks and torches, demanding to know where the little girl is, as well as her brother who went looking for her. Winnie shouts out, "Don't get your knickers in a twist." This is a British expression that is used when someone is overreacting to something or getting overly emotional or upset. In American English, we would say, "Don't get your panties in a bunch." The witches are then hanged, but only after Winifred Sanderson puts a spell of resurrection on her and her sisters. To resurrect means to come back to life after dying. In present-day 1993, it's October 31st, the day of Halloween. We meet Max Dennison, who has moved from Los Angeles to Salem, Massachusetts. He doesn't believe in the legend of the Sanderson sisters and all of these ideas of spirits and magic, and he thinks that Halloween was invented by the candy companies in order to make money. However, his classmate Allison explains to him that Halloween is based off the ancient feast of All Hallows' Eve, the one night of the year where the spirits of the dead can return to Earth. Later that night, while Max is taking his sister Danny trick-or-treating, they end up at Allison's house, and she states that her mother used to run the museum about the Sanderson sisters. They go there, and Allison explains that if the black flame candle is lit by a virgin on Halloween night, the witches will return from the dead. Max attempts to light the candle, and describes the situation as just a bunch of hocus pocus. Hocus pocus refers to trickery, deception, or silly magic. After Max lights the candle and the Sanderson sisters come back from the dead, the group escapes along with Thackeray Binks, who has been guarding the Sanderson house for the last 300 years. In order to catch up to them and retrieve her spellbook, Winnie tells her sisters that they must fly. A broomstick, or simply broom, is the long wooden stick that witches and wizards ride on in order to fly. Thackeray Binks then takes Max, Danny, and Allison to a graveyard where witches cannot set foot. A graveyard is an area of land where dead bodies are buried. Winnie then summons her ex-lover, Billy Butcherson, from his grave, who is now a zombie. A zombie is a person who has come back to life, but with animalistic qualities and oftentimes a hunger for human beings. Winnie tries to recreate the recipe of her potion by memory, but is unable to do so without her spellbook. However, after thinking that the witches are dead, Max and Allison open up the book in order to try and find a spell that can turn Binks into a normal human again. This sends a signal to Winnie, and the witches are able to retrieve the book, as well as kidnap both Danny and Binks in the process. To kidnap means to take someone away by force, usually demanding money or something valuable in exchange of releasing them. The witches leave, but Winnie reveals to Allison that the magic that brought them back will only last until dawn. Dawn is the time of day where the sun starts to rise. Likewise, the moment that the sun starts to go down is called dusk. In order to get Danny and Binks back, Max and Allison come up with a way to trick the witches into thinking that the sun is coming up. They put orange-colored tape on their car's headlights, and Max tells the witches that it's daylight savings time. Daylight savings time is when you adjust the clock forward 1 hour in the spring and backward 1 hour in the fall. This trick works, and the witches think that they are dying. Max and Allison are able to rescue Danny and Binks, as well as dump out all of the potion that was brewing in the cauldron. However, there's just enough potion left over to suck the life out of one child, and Winnie heads to the graveyard in order to get revenge on Danny, who called her the ugliest thing that's ever lived. During the final confrontation at the graveyard, Max drinks the potion, sacrificing himself in order to save his sister Danny. Winnie starts to suck the life out of him, but Max knocks her off her balance, throwing both himself and Winnie off the broomstick and onto the ground. As Winnie continues to drain his life, the sun starts to come up. Since she is standing on holy ground, Winnie becomes petrified. To petrify means to turn into stone. The witches ultimately run out of time, and the effects of the spell that brought them back to life have ended. All three of the Sanderson sisters then explode into dust, and the curse that made Thackeray Binks immortal is lifted, and he is finally able to join his sister who has been waiting for him. So guys, I hope you were able to learn some new words and phrases that are used in the Halloween movie Hocus Pocus. If you enjoyed this video or learned something new, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment below. Until next time, and thanks for watching.